Two Filipinos confirmed dead in Israel-Gaza war, Manila, Philippines. The war in Israel has claimed the lives of two Filipinos, a 42-year-old man from Pampanga who was captured by Hamas militants, and a 33-year-old woman from Pangasinan who died with her employer. The Philippine Embassy in Tel Aviv said on Wednesday. Philippine officials at press time are also trying to confirm through DNA testing the possibility of a third Filipino fatality, according to Vice Consul Patricia Narajos. Labor Attaché Rodolfo Gabasan said the two Filipinos were killed in a kibbutz or an Israeli community during a surprise coordinated attacks over the weekend by the Palestinian militant group near the Gaza Strip that set off violence and bloodshed in the Jewish majority country. The circumstances behind the death of the male victim were not clear, but he was among those captured by the Hamas. Gabasan told Malacanang reporters during an online briefing on Wednesday. As for the female victim, she and her employer were gunned down as the militants were forcing open their door. The official said this woman had been working as a caregiver in Israel for 6 years and had recently married her husband who is in the Philippines. Anthony Mandap, Deputy Chief of Mission and Consul General, said the exact details of the two Filipinos' deaths were still under investigation. But he disclosed to the Inquirer that the bodies had been discovered in the Gaza envelope or populated areas in Israel within 7 kilometers of the Gaza border. President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Wednesday mourned the death of the two Filipinos as he denounced the escalations of hostilities between the Palestinian and Israel forces. Marcos gave his assurance that the government would give aid to the 30,000 Filipinos in Israel and the 137 living in the Gaza Strip, the area hardest hit by the war. The Department of Foreign Affairs, or the DFA, on Wednesday said a total of 70 Filipinos in Gaza were seeking repatriation, but Philippine officials were still trying to get them out as a block had been placed by Israeli forces in Gaza. Foreign Undersecretary Eduardo de Vega told the House Committee on Overseas Workers Affairs. The provincial governments of Pangasinan and Pampanga said they were prepared to assist the families of the two Filipinos. Dobby de Guzman, the Pangasinan Public Information Officer, said the Public Employment Service Office had coordinated with the Overseas Workers Welfare Administration to obtain details about the female victim. We're still getting more updates, he told the Inquirer, in an online chat message, adding that the provincial government would readily assist the victim's family. In a separate interview via online call, Mamerto Malano, president of the Pangasinan community in Israel, said he could not immediately release information about the victim until the family has been formally informed. But Malanum said a male caregiver from San Carlos City was wounded when he was shot during an attack on a bomb shelter. In Pampanga, Governor Denise Pineda said the provincial government would provide help based on what the victim's family will request. On Wednesday, Ferdinand Jr. Marcos, our president, conveyed his personal condolences and offered additional assistance to the two victims' family. Philippine Ambassador to Israel Juni Lailo said the embassy would not disclose the identities of the deceased, in line with the family's request for privacy at this very difficult time. Marcos met in Malacanang with Israeli Ambassador Elon Floss, who briefed him on the latest development in the conflict in Israel. According to the Presidential Communications Office, or the PCO, the President expressed concern for the 3 Filipinos who remain unaccounted for in Israel. Flaws, according to the PCO, assured the president that Israel was doing all it could to ensure the safety of Filipinos. Marcos also thanked Israel, particularly the Israel Defense Forces, for rescuing over 20 Filipinos and bringing them to safety. On Wednesday, the armed forces of the Philippines said it was ready to carry out evacuation operations for Filipinos in Israel if necessary. Palace briefing AFP spokesperson Carl Miguel Aguilar said the military had already prepared a plan, including the possible deployment of at least 2 Philippine Air Force transport aircraft, namely AC-130 and AC-295. I assure everybody that with the guidance of our President Ferdinand Marcos Jr., the Armed Forces of the Philippines is prepared to execute evacuation operations should there be any further attack. So that's Aguilar said. The AFP has identified Adana Sakarpasa Airport in Turkey as a temporary safe haven in case hostilities escalate. That would be all my article that is entitled of 2 Filipinos confirmed dead in Israel-Gaza war. So I am Mariel Arabel Yanasa and thank you for listening. Doc Van.